Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Shayne, I write romance and romantic fiction. Welcome to my first vlog where I reread for the third time the book It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover and then go see the movie. What am I doing? I said that I wanted to reread It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover before the movie comes out. The movie comes out on Friday. It's Wednesday, and I haven't even started. It's been a busy week. So it is now Friday, opening day for It Ends With Us. And this is how far I've gotten on my reread. 2 chapters. 2. Once again, I underestimated how long it would take me to reread this book. And it has also been a really busy week, including deadlines for my freelance gig. And I have read this book twice already, but the second time I read it, it was pretty soon after the first time I'd read it, so I remembered a lot of it, and so I was able to get through it pretty quickly. And that's why I thought that I could get through this third read quickly. But it's been like 3 years since I last read the book, and I started reading it this week, Wednesday actually, really way too late in the week. And I was like, oh, I don't remember this part. Oh yeah, there was this part. And so I was reading it more closely and slowly. And then the next thing I know, an hour had gone by and I'd only read 2 chapters. And now it's Friday, opening day, and I've still only read 2 chapters. So it is now Saturday evening, and this is how far I've gotten in It Ends With Us. I don't know why I thought that I could just blow through this reread. There's so many things that I forgot over the last few years, and I am just eating up every detail. So yeah, now the question is, will I be able to finish this book tonight so that I can go see the movie tomorrow? Here's hoping. I'm so excited. I am here at the movie theater. I finished the book. I finished it last night at about 1:45 midnight. I can't believe I did it. I actually was really emotional when I finished the book. I was surprised. I mean, more so than, the other 2 times I read it. I don't know if it's because I'm older and some of the themes resonated with me more. I think also partly it just also got me thinking about some stuff that I think my mom went through that she didn't really talk about. But I'm just so excited I get to see this movie this opening weekend. Sunday morning. I don't usually go to the movie Sunday morning, but I have to see it opening weekend. So I got my water bottle, I got my snacks. I'm ready to go. just finished watching It Ends With Us, and I am kind of a wreck. I need to process. It'll be fine. What I will say is the mic drop of My Tears Ricochet by Taylor Swift. Perfect. Yeah. Oh man, I'm kind of wrung out. I am wore out. I need to go home and chill. It has been a few days since I've seen It Ends With Us. Oh yeah, I just went home Sunday after seeing the movie. I went home, I watered my garden, kind of chilled out on the couch watching some booktube, made some banana bread. That was fun because I had these 2 really overripe bananas that were sitting in the bottom of the fridge for like a couple weeks. But overripe bananas make the best banana bread. Anyway, so my thoughts on the movie. It has a really haunting quality. There are a lot of bugs. I'm getting out of here. If I look like I'm hot and sweaty, it's because I am. I had this brilliant idea of coming to the park and relaxing and getting in touch with nature and everything, and there were just all of these really obnoxious little bugs flying around, and I have bug spray on and a little fogger, but they were still just so distracting. I was like, okay, this is not the vibe I'm going for here. It's interesting comparing I always love to compare how they do the movie, how they adapt movies from books. I was expecting the movie to open the same way the book does. I was actually kind of waiting for that because that opening scene in the book is so iconic and memorable. But they chose a different route for the opening scene, which I understand why they did, because in the opening scene in the book, and this is the case with a lot of books, that you are inside the character's head, you're hearing their thoughts, you're in it with them. But when it's a movie, when it's a visual presentation, you can't be inside, you can't just do a bunch of voiceovers or be inside the character's head. So you have to figure out another way to establish a connection between the audience and the character. So I understand why they did a different opening. So yeah, that's fine. What it did end up doing was kind of robbing a topic of conversation between Lily and Ryle when they do meet on the rooftop. And that happens in the very beginning of the story. So that's not a spoiler there. So I kind of missed that interaction, but it's okay because the chemistry between, first off, Blake Lively as Lily, she was amazing. Blake Lively is like Zendaya in that they have such amazing physical screen presence and charisma. You'll watch them do anything. And Justin Baldoni was perfect as Ryle. He really brought the intensity and the charisma and charm of Ryle, as well as that kind of hint of danger and pathos, actually. So that was great. Here's another thing I loved. This has nothing to do with the story, but I loved the clothing choices they did for Lily. Lily is a florist. Her dream is to have her own flower shop, and her looks, I want those looks. I need a mood board for those looks. Like, they're just kind of this combination of like artsy, and they're incorporating kind of like what a gardener would wear or a farmer, and then some really artistic kind of textures and patterns with the clothing. And I love it. I want all of those looks. And I really liked how they showed that Lily would have like this sort of like, not a vision board, but like a book, like a lookbook that she would go through to sort of plan out her ideas and her looks for the shop. Love that part. As a planner girl and a journaler, I love that. And that's, I think, very real, that a lot of people sort of manifest or figure out what they want in their lives and how they want it to look and what they want their projects to look like by having their own handmade visual presentation of that. Let's see, what else? the movie has a real haunting quality. I keep thinking about it. And it is definitely still hits all of the emotions in the book. All of the high points from the book that are necessary are in the movie. And they kind of they played out kind of the escalation of events a little differently. And at first I was like, I'm not sure about this choice, but that's really probably more the disadvantage of somebody who's read the books. I think that somebody who had seen the movie first would really get the same effect of that build up, the sort of reveal of different things. They would get the same effect as a person who was just starting to read the book, just starting off with reading the book would. What else? Oh, and I also have to say that the actress who played young Lily was phenomenal. What a talented performer. She channeled Lily's character, adult character, basically channeling Blake Lively. I mean, she sounded like her, she moved like her mannerisms were the same. Like, she clearly studied Blake Lively's, how she performs and incorporated into her performance, playing the younger version of her. Amazing. I just love seeing that kind of talent and that skill and dedication to craft. It's been quite an experience. I'm actually have been a little tired all week. I suffer from chronic fatigue anyway, so that's part of it. But I think just reading the book and then seeing the movie and that whole thing was just physically and emotionally taxing, but so worth it. I actually wouldn't mind seeing the movie again after I've had a chance to sort of recover and let it settle. I would love to see the movie again, if for no other reason than to take notes about all of those fits. I mean, the looks were amazing. And yeah, those are my thoughts on the movie. It Ends With Us. The other thing that I forgot to mention about the movie is that, and not to say that the book didn't do this as well, because the book definitely is about Lily's journey and about her finding the strength to make the decision she has to make, and it definitely is about her relationship with her friend and her relationship with her mom. But the movie kind of just focused in on that a little bit more, really shifted to that point. So that not only was it very definitely Lily's movie and Lily's story, but there was also a lot of emphasis on her relationship with her mom and sort of that reckoning of that relationship. And I guess I think about this, it really, sort of illustrated or was telling the story that I think a lot of us are sort of thinking about during these times, which is what it is that we inherit from our parents, what it is that we bring from our upbringing into our adult lives, and whether we want to, how much of that we want to continue, or if we need to make a change, and how difficult that is, and the things that you have to do in your current life to make those changes. All right, so that is it for the vlog for It Ends With Us. Let me know what you thought about the movie or the book down in the comments. And remember to like this video and subscribe. I post bookish content every other Friday. Also, if you want to see another vlog about seeing the movie It Ends With Us, check out Larry. I will link her channel down below. She got the opportunity to fly out to LA with a couple of other content creators for a special screening of the movie and talking about it afterwards for a little bit of promo for Sony, and she vlogged the whole experience, and it's really fun to watch. Also, if you haven't seen the movie and don't want to be spoiled, she very clearly states which section is the part where she talks about spoilers, so you can either stop the video at that point or skip over it. But I will check that. I will link that down below. So anyway, until next time, bye!